there is a very big controversy. Nigeria has been named as an Islamic country by an Iranian information sources. Now, Iran is asking for help or telling Islamic countries, defend us and support us against what they call Israeli aggression. But Nigeria flag is included in the flags of the Islamic nations. Now, I will put that thing on the screen. It's a fact. I'll put that photo on the screen for our viewers to see it. Nigeria has been added as an Islamic country. Nigerian name is part of the Islamic country. There. If you want to the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications. Drop a comment, click the like button, and I will share this video to others. Now, a big controversy. Is Nigeria an Islamic country? And why is Iran asking Nigeria for help?
Listen and listen good. I remember humble sir, one and the only Biafran evangelist. I will continue to speak the truth in the eyes of the truth. Nigeria is an Islamic nation, and Nigeria is paying their dues yearly in Islamic nations. I told you people before, now you have officially seen it in the flag, the Nigerian flag, appearing in the what? In the, how did I call it? In the map of Iran as one of the Islamic nations that they are calling to come and do what? To help them, to support them in fighting the war that is between them and Israel. For a very long time now, Nigeria has been sold to Islamic nations. And that is why you can see, which has never happened before, Muslim ticket. And people were like, it has never happened before. This, that. I made it clear that they are telling you and I that automatically this is an Islamic nation. And that is why you see what is happening. These Fulanis acting what they are acting, taking life, at their own will, at will. And Nigerian government is not doing anything. Why? The people they are killing are the enemies of Islam. And who are the people that see as their enemies? Christians. Those Christians that they are killing, the Biafrans that they are killing, are the people that they see as non-Islam. If you go to their, which most of them have told me that if you go to them, they always make them to understand that the Christians are their enemies. So that is why you see them taking their life and killing people in Nigeria, and those ones they are killing are Christians. And the federal government is not doing anything. Why? Because they are fulfilling their mandates by taking the life of their enemies. So they want to take off the life of their enemies. And you see Iran, what was the purpose of Iran with what they are building? Was to wipe Israel, the Christians in the whole world. I do tell people that this war that Israel is fighting is not an Israeli war. Israel is not fighting for their own self-interest alone. They are fighting for the interests of the people. Because let me tell you this, if you think that they are fighting for themselves, if Iran succeeded in achieving their goal, in getting that nuclear weapon, atomic bomb, they can use it at any time. Look at the war, the way they are shooting. They don't have targets. They don't have a particular target of their shooting. Their shooting is just anyhow. So far, enter there, kill anybody, cause any damage. That is their own. But if you watch Israel, Israel have a target, and their target was that leadership, those wicked ones, those military, are the ones that Israel are targeting.
But the war, this war is a question mark. This war, is it a religious war? And why are the Igbos and the Fulanis seems to be against each other on this Iran and Israel?
My brother, it is not actually a religious war, but based on the understanding and the reason of the people. That is why their misunderstanding, that is why they regard it or they take it in the angle of what? Religious war. Because if you call it a religious war, do you see anything like weight involved in this matter? Do you see anything like Saudi? Do you see Pakistan? Do you see other Islamic nations, even like Egypt or Iraq? Yeah, it is not a religious war. It just, should I use the word hatred? Do you understand? Which they had. And these people, why they are, Israel is attacking them, was as a result of that atomic bomb. If they should reach to that atomic uranium, these people are like, in fact, they can use it on anybody. Let's assume now, for example, that these people, after reaching it, they use it against Israel, and they succeeded in wiping Israel, as they have earlier been clamoring for it, to wipe Israel. And you know what conquered Nazi? I don't know if you remember Nazi. Nazi are the Germans, Adolf Hitler. You remember, which triggered the Second World War that erupted 1939, that ended in 1944 to 45. Before the nation you hear today called Israel, they imagine 1947 and become a nation 48. I don't know whether you get it. So if these people finally come up with the ideology of wiping Israel, they succeeded. They can equally use it to against another nation. It could be America, it could be anybody. And for this not to happen, Israel have to stop them. That is what triggered to this thing that you are seeing today.
But we've seen many reactions are coming. There's a very big protest in the north. I'm talking about them in Katsina State. Now, people are asking a salient question. What concerns the north with Israel and Iran war? Instead of them to fight about how Boko Haram, Lakurawa, I'm talking about bandits and Esmail are find their people. What do you have to say about that? The North people seem to be against the war, but they are not speaking out against them. Their own problem.
That shows to you that they are Islam, and that shows you that they are supporting their brother. And in another hand, Iran hand was in Nigeria. All these terrorist groups we are seeing in Nigeria, Iran are contributing, and they are supplying the arms which they are using. Iran is there are no
evidence for this devil evangelist.
Baba, listen to me. The one that have been happening, they didn't have evidence. That is the truth. They didn't have evidence, but by their fruit you shall know them. You can see what is happening. That's why you see them reacting the way they are being reacted. Because so many of those things, their supporters and their strength, their might, all those Boko Haram and the rest of them, their might and their strength are coming from that ISIS. Now Israel have rise up against that and trying to destroy all those things. So they themselves will be weakened as well, because 45 arms will not be coming in their hand again for them to continue for their dreams.
Now, we saw over the weekend a call has been made to, and for the first time in a long while, Yakubu Gowon was lambasted for not speaking out. Somebody called on the program and said, he's from the middle belt like Yakubu Gowon, but why is he not speaking out against the killings of Plateau State by the armed men? Why is he talking about them? Abu Yakub. And that's talking about the radio station. What do you have to say about that? What does that mean?
They don't chop on. They don't chop on. They don't chop on.
No, I know they chop who?
The Erigo go on. How can somebody of his caliber is not speaking of what is happening, even that is happening against his own family? He's not speaking against it. Rather, he was silent over that, meaning that they are partners in crime. They are partnering. He knows what is going on in Nigeria, and he knows what I am saying is true. Or have you ever seen him come out to speak against the Fulanis, against the killing, against this Islamization they are trying to make sure impose on Nigerians? Have you seen Gowon to do that? He can't speak against them because all of them are bird of the same feather. So you don't expect him to speak against them. And that's just a fact.
Now, what is the way forward for the unity of Nigeria?
Nigeria, see, listen and listen good. Nigeria cannot be united because they are not united from the onset, and they cannot be united. The British are number one enemy of Nigerian unity. British are the number one enemy of Nigerian unity and Nigerian what? Peace. When in 1959, the first time Nigeria held election in Nigeria, the British rigged that election in favor of the North, leaving Nigeria with that kind of system of government. Tell me, how can Nigeria, have development? The reason is this: why they rigged that election in favor of the North was that the Northerners, the Fulanis to be precise, are loyal according to them. They are loyal to them. And that is why they rigged the election in favor of the North in 1959. Go and ask about, please, somebody should check Smith. Please do your findings about the confession of that man. Because this man I mentioned now was one of the senior officer and who worked under labor. In a very huge mistake because Nigeria have not helped themselves. Let Nigeria first and foremost help themselves. You say giant of Africa, that was giant of Africa, not now. Nigeria currently, as we speak, have nothing on the table. They have nothing on their table. They don't have anything to offer.
Therefore, evangelists, they are looking at this option. When Iran called Islamic nations to help them, Nigerian flag was there. I will show my viewers the video and the pictures.
That shows there was even official in Nigeria.
No, there was even a video in the north yesterday. I will show my viewers the video too. Here there is a heavy protest against Israel in Katsina State. But the Igbos have said no, we are not part of the Nigerians that is an Islamic nation. How do the Igbos find a way to remove themselves from this?
We have already removed ourselves. We are Biafran. We are not Nigeria. So it is Nigeria that are protesting. Biafra is not part of the protest. And that is why in Katsina, thank God you made mention of Katsina. Do you see the protest? You see Igbos protesting in Anambra or Enugu against what is happening? No. So the brothers are protesting for their brothers. So we are not Nigeria, we are Biafra. So we maintain our stand.
Let's look at this other angle here. A man of God over the weekend, a Catholic bishop, said the Catholic Synod of Anambra State, Ebonyi State, he said, what we need now to stop insecurity is prayers. We need to abandon all these things and start praying to God that God will save Nigerians from this bandit. People are saying that even Israel themselves, they are fighting physically. You agree with that man of God, a Catholic bishop who said, let us leave all our faith and pray to God to end this situation in Nigeria?
I disagree with him. I do not believe. Because if Nigeria, including that bishop now, we call God of Israel. But the same God of Israel is with Israel. They say it's with Israel to go to war and conquer. Go and read your Bible. Is it today that Israel have been fighting war? It is not today. Go and read the scripture very well. They have been fighting war from the Bible up to this present time. And if you want to pray, you still call the God of Israel. So who is deceiving who? Let these people start telling the people, their members the truth. Yes, the spiritual aspect of it is what God will help you to fight. But that is where you will call God, and that is where prayer stands, and that is where prayer will speak. But when they come to the physical, it requires of you to do the needful. Yes, is it not the same God that created the Fulanis? Is it not the same God that created you that say, and moreover, this bishop herself or whatsoever, maybe the bishop or whatsoever, let me use it. Listen to me. Before you become a bishop, you were once believing in one thing. Before you repent, accept the Christianity. All these things are something that Oyibo introduced to us. And the same Oyibo that introduced it to us are fighting war. That they not fold their hand. Israel will go to their destiny and pray to God. The same Iran too go to their own destiny and pray to God. When they pray finish, they still come out and fight the war. And they are the one that brought this religion to us. Why? How come we now know the religion more than them? Or you feel that you know it or you understand it more than them? That means you are just deceiving yourself. Let's say the truth. You are deceiving yourself. The higher bishop is it not in Rome? The Pope, not be Rome. Then go to Rome today. Whether you are not going to see a fortified and a sophisticated armed security personnel in the Vatican. Go to Vatican City. Go and see the kind of security that are there. They are the most secured city in the whole world. And that is where you see Pope. Why can't the Pope tell them, ask them, everybody go home, let me pray to God. That God will secure in terms of, and there are areas that God, you will secure yourself. Are you hearing me? So let us face the reality the way it is. And I will like it to restructure this country. If you don't want to restructure, since they don't want to restructure, divide this country, let everybody go their own peaceful way.
Mr. James Iwemeka, let's look at this angle. Is Nigeria an Islamic nation? Now, it is really causing on the ease of controversy. Some are saying that it's because of the Muslim ticket. Others are saying that it was Babangida IBB that made Nigeria to be part of the OIC. That's Organization of Islamic Council. But Iran has called on Nigeria to help them. That Nigeria should come and save them from this, or Nigeria should join other nations to save them from this Israel battle. What do you have to say about that?
This is the reason we need to divide Nigeria. When we divide Nigeria, the North go their own, the West go their own, the East go their own. Those who want their country to become fully Muslim, they will go. But as we speak today, Nigeria is a secular nation. We have Christian and Muslim. Nobody can say Nigeria is a Christian country. You can say Nigeria is a Muslim country. We are a secular nation. The best answer to this, divide this country, let everybody go on their own peaceful way. I understand that we have the current administration of APC in president is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Muslim, the vice president is Muslim. But how did he favor Nigeria? It's not favor Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu did it for your own selfish interest. As we speak now, don't you hear that Kashim Shettima has been run out of Asuro? The vice presidential lord that was being spent billions of naira to build, he has run away from there. Say they have fixed camera there, he can no longer stay there. Can't you see that these people are deceiving us in Nigeria? When Bola Ahmed Tinubu choose this man in 2015, many of us say, if you know the antecedent of Kashim Shettima, you will not choose him to be a vice. But today, APC now announced Kashim Shettima. APC now they were carrying it, not me. They say Kashim Shettima is a Boko Haram. That's why Tinubu want to drop it. It's APC now they are saying it. But what many of us say that if you track the record of Kashim Shettima does not want to be a vice president of Nigeria. But they post it on our face. The same man who was calling Osinbajo ice cream seller for pop seller, look at him now, he has run away from Asoro. So for me, Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. It's a secular nation. Not Christian can boast that it's a Christian nation or Muslim nation. We are a secular nation. That's why we are saying that if you want to declare a Muslim nation or a Christian nation, split this country, let everybody go there.
We've seen the other people seem to be more aligned with Iran. The Igbos, the Biafrans are going with Israel. What does this kind of news? What does it signify to Nigeria? And if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, all notifications, drop your comments. Like I said, click the like button, like, and also share. Don't just like and share, and also keep watching. I have many videos and information. Mr. James Iwemeka, the Fulani seems or did not seem to be in favor of the Iran. The Igbos or the Colonial Biafra seem to be in favor of the Israel. Yorubas are always divided on this. Should we be careful not to support any nation because we don't even have anything to defend ourselves?
No, the truth of the matter is that people will definitely support where they believe they are from. And that's why I keep saying it, that British is a big scammer by joining us together. We are not meant to be together. The Fulanis, the Hausa, they believe that they are part of this Arabic world. They support anything Arabic. Why the Southern here, the Igbos, they believe that they are from the Jews. Joining us together was a crime, was a big scam from the British and Yakubu Gowon. So for me, you cannot deprive anybody to support or who not to support. That's why you can see this commotion. The bottom line, the answer still remains that Nigeria needs to be split. Let everybody go on their own.
Nigeria should be split.
Nigeria needs to be split because you can see every other country now, as it is now, everybody have aligned. Some have aligned with Israel, some have aligned with Iraq. Come to Nigeria now, some have aligned with Iraq, some have aligned with. How do you now differentiate? Now, the presidency now, people, the body language has said they are supporting Iran, which many of us will not believe because if they do that, it's going to cause harm. If they throw anything, who will defend it? The bomb is coming. Will it identify Christian or Muslim? We have not even solved our own problem. We are putting mouth in the major problem we are having is that in this world we find ourselves, we respect religion more than humanity. Let's place humanity before religion. Humanity first before religion. When we place humanity before religion, you can see that we will start getting everything right. So for me, Iran, whether the Northerners are protesting to support Iran, that is their own